Hide my bag, girl. Hide my bag. You know I'm taking the L train. Bushwick. How y'all feeling tonight? That's my friend. Okay, so I get even more nervous than Maria. For me, it's always the first time. It's always like the first time. Okay, so this is a really difficult piece for me. I wrote it in March because I had two friends in academia who were trying to get out of teaching and somehow didn't manage to do it before they passed away. So, how many people here are in college? Okay, good. I'm not talking about you. I'm sure you're perfectly lovely students and you do the right thing and all of that. Okay, so you ready?
Ready, yeah.
Let me see if I'm ready. That's my Prattville. Okay. So now I'm ready. Every day is so beautiful and suddenly so hard to breathe. Now and then I get insecure, more the pain. I'm so ashamed, but I am beautiful no matter what they say. What can bring me down? No, no. So don't you bring me down today. She was so sick and tired of being sick and tired that I grew sick and tired of hearing about it. She died, unloved, untouched, overlooked, as if the moment it took to acknowledge her existence was just too much to spare for those of us who knew her, even casually. She died like the secret knowledge of a crime committed in the middle of the night with no one but the victim, her, and the criminal, us, to witness it unfolding. She died like so many before her, doing a thankless job of no spiritual sustenance or quantifiable value for endless hours which no one ever took into account. We, too grateful to have something to do to validate our lives, lives we are careful not to examine but which we all recognize as worthless. She, too generous by far with everyone but herself to tell us the obvious, that we are all dying and that too soon, like her, we will all be truly dead. She died teaching the unteachable, the people, not the subject. Because where does one learn to raise other people's ungrateful children, and who will thank us for it? She was hurled daily before a mass of entitled ingrates, like a slave into the lion's cage, like a Greek into a pit, like any child of color in America, unceremoniously tossed away. Semester after semester, these idiots, who knew there were so many villages and what ignorance they could spawn, sampled her intellect like irate beggars at a low-rent buffet, never enjoying a morsel, never cramming food for thought with any lasting effect, just gorging themselves on nothing she said. To ignorance to grasp that each of their insipid outbursts was a shameless celebration of their lack of intelligence. She worked as if her life depended on it, a bundle of wasted potential and anxiety behind the brash, haughty exterior, erected to protect the wilted rose, no, the African violet, no, the morivivi inside her, from the professionally stunted vultures closing in on her, colleagues, who yearned to feed on her soul, who strained to dance at her grave, who longed to rejoice at her failures, who ate to absorb the knowledge that sprung from her Ivy League caliber brain and into mostly untrained ears, or rather the ears of those trained not to hear anyone but themselves. So she went, effortlessly, like a Christian to the cross, like a lamb to the slaughter, like a cautionary tale, like a murderer to death row, like an improbable cliffhanger on a highly rated television show. Perhaps with some hesitation, but certainly without remorse, because this was what life had become, and she was certain that today would be just like yesterday and the day before that. But she was wrong. Thank you.